Players' concerns around cheaters in the PC version of MCOC. The live stream is coming earlier than expected, the one announcing stuff for December, which is ironically in December. Super Daily event returns later on today, and 7-star Awakening gem, where do you value it? Lots to talk about in this edition of the MCN. Just quickly, a bit of admin and things to go over which are important. But good news, personally, me and Em have wrapped up all work electrical in the house. This means that it's great for next year. I am wanting to come back as a full-time content creator, which means a lot more coverage, video types, guides, breakdowns, spreadsheets, and opportunities for providing more to you. That's obviously a bit of good news. Second bit of interesting and good news as well is I put this poll out yesterday on the community tab. Thanks to everybody who got involved. I've been reading through some of the comments, and I feel that rather than taking away MCOC PC version, we do a more, we cover more on the channel, and that I think is where we might go to. Anyway, I've got to do something with that second channel, probably be GTA 6 at the end of the year. But I want to say thank you to everybody. This is a thank you as well for everybody that got involved, gave their feedback, and that's really important to read and take in your feedback and improve. So where we go next is a bit of information around the live stream. Kabam have said, or Dave has said, shout out to Dave, miss you Dave, just a heads up, the next MCC live stream will not be on Friday, it will be on Wednesday, December 4th at 9 AM Pacific, so make sure to show up for all the perks. It's going to be a straight up banger, and it is, because that's when Kabam will give details when it comes to the banquet event, I would assume, and also this is important because it would be, I think, overshadowed by the release of Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals actually goes to global launch on the 6th, which is the Friday, so I think there's a good reason Kabam decided to do it on that particular day. Now, today is the day. The Super Daily event returns back. It's great, isn't it? We're going to be doing a little video later on, just kind of going over some points acquisition and farming processes, and just kind of seeing if how good it is and stuff like that. You kind of know the score, but I'll try and make it as like a short video as possible. Anyway, I'm really excited for this, and I'm sure a lot of other players. There's a lot of good vibes and hype around the game at the moment. Yes, there's stuff that's Kabam still need to address AI. They need to address a few other things as well and improve areas. But you take the positives where you can take a little bit of a positive, the little W's here and there with stuff. Maybe there's going to be some decent content that's coming in at a later date. You've got to be happy about something. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy about Super Daily coming back, and that is fantastic because it is definitely dropping today, as we have the confirmation right here, Return of the Super Daily. It comes back on November 22nd, which is today, but I'm not quite sure on the time frame. I assume because the way that things are at the moment, which is on screen, Arena Wins is currently on, and by the time you see this video, it will be Event Quest completion. I think Event Quest completion. Or maybe what they'll do is they'll just completely shut them off and go, okay, well, it's not going to be an upcoming event. It's just going to be just like no. And then later on in the day, it will just go to Super Daily as standard, 10 AM PST time, goes live. And that will be the 24-hour rollout of that event. In theory, that's how it should work, but we never really know with Kabam. It could go all horribly wrong. Shouldn't do though, because this is a very easy thing to return back to the game. Okay, interesting topic right now, Cyber Week and the return of, well, yeah, these particular deals that we wait for a long time, and how they will be dished out to players as to progression versus what you can grab. We already know that Paragon players and Valiant players have access to the Awakening gem. What Kabam have not confirmed though is how they get it. I personally think it's going to be either a monetized element that you have to, I don't know, spend X amount of dollars and you get access to it in either a milestone based on like a, solo event in game, or it's part of a larger deal of some, description. But if it's open to those players free to play that at 21,000 units, you probably get it, then that would be great. Or, and here's the big or, how much do Kabam value that particular item? And that is something that's exciting, but also quite scary at the same time. There was a thread that opened up with players were kind of theorizing some stuff, whether or not it was going to be a certain amount of units. It's wishful thinking to think. I think they'll be in the 5,000 to 7,000 unit range. I never will trust like my instinct on this. I haven't tried guessing it, and I don't want to. If we're taking a unitary value to it, I don't think we can. But what I think we can do is surmise that after a certain point, it will probably become available, and that will mean, I'm not saying it's going to be 21,000 units worth of value, but what I think is it's going to be after that fact. Like you spend 18,000 and then maybe even more. You got to pay a further 5,000 in order to get access to it. Drew says, I wouldn't pay no more than 3,000 units, only because 7 stars that have, other than maybe Serpent, the kind of want dupes. There's a lot of champions at 7 star that I want dupes for, but I just don't think that it's going to be the value of 3,000 units. And this effectively is, apart from tier 7 basics and tier 5 alpha, I'll go with tier 7 basic fragments. Those will become chase items. 7-star awakening gems are a bit of an iffy one on that. I mean, what do you think in the comments? Like how much you think it's going to be worth? Like someone's saying here, like they expect it to be $500 cash in value for it. We'll have to see. I really hope that there's access to it for free to play. Is that wishful thinking? Maybe. Yep, your thoughts on the matter in the comments. But let's talk about MCOC PC. There's a lot. I had to make my video very quickly because it was my birthday. That was the first thing. Second thing is, it wasn't the type of video that I wanted to make. I wanted to break it down a lot more, put a lot more footage into it, have like a lot of segment breaks, and that wasn't possible because it was like, oh, Kabam put out this, and it was like, I did ask the question to Kabam prior to them sending this out, would they do it in a kind of like NDA fashion? And also I was waiting for my embargo to, to be lifted so I don't get sued. So there's a lot of things going on yesterday, or the day before actually, and I wanted to cover things in a better way. Anyway, that's all by the by. One of the big questions, and there were multiple, like, controller compatibility, because I use the PS5 controller, but there's obviously other controllers. But one thing is cheating, mods, hacks, and other stuff like that. Things that from a mobile perspective, Kabam haven't been able to get around and get sorted. And it is a big question. Whether or not, and there's fundamentals that people are asking questions on, like, is this MCOC 2? No, it's not. Is MCOC mobile and dead? No. Is MCOC on PC going to be better than mobile? No. Is MCOC on PC cool? Yes, it is very good. I even wondered whether or not they could add like an extra kind of exclusive mode to PC. And something that would be, I don't know, something exclusive to mobile, something exclusive to PC, something that would kind of allow you to want to cross-play, something that would get you out to play the PC version. But effectively, I think it's just like a... Well, it's not even a copy-paste, it's a cross-play. And adding that extra port has meant that it will give more. It will allow people that have a disability to use special controllers to play the game. And that's really good news. But it's sad because a lot of the people that I've been contacted over the years that haven't been able to play because they've had to use an emulator, they love the game, but they got a disability and they've been unable to play, they're now given this opportunity to play. So I hope that those players come back to the game knowing that that's been sort of rectified. How it stands on emulators, I don't know. I'd say it doesn't because it's able to detect, the mobile's able to detect emulators. So playing on PC, doing this method of downloading via Steam is likely the best way to play. Anyway, cheating. Yes, we talked about emulators and yeah, there's this big kind of like disconnect of like how it's going to be done and dealt with. Easy anti-cheat is what the game uses. It's a kernel level of, what is it called? Kernel level of anti-cheat or something like that. Effectively, and as Easy say, this is an industry-leading anti-cheat service, countering hacking, cheating, multiplayer, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so this is meant to do the job. This is the same Easy anti-cheat that's used with, I think it's like a lot of Epic Games titles, Fortnite being one of them. I think Fall Guys as well. God, I miss Fall Guys. But that's used within that, so it's of good quality with it. There's also other questions like Steam Deck. I don't think there's plans to native support right now, but Steam does a pretty great job at making stuff compatible, so it could potentially work. Yeah, so you might use Steam Deck with it. I think there's also some other questions about console and stuff. But there is crossplay and cross progression, so you can go on PC when you play or on mobile. Can close the app on your phone and pick right back up on your PC, vice versa. Can play on your phone while riding the bus, and then switch to your PC when you're home, just as a random example. And that's I think the ideal element to this for people that want to play on a bigger screen. I know people will shadowcast to stuff like TVs and play the game. But this is, it opens up stuff for live streaming as well. In the future, I will be likely live streaming, doing maybe a controller challenge or using controller, because I like the way that it just kind of plays out. And it's good as I switch to other games where I want to play controller more. This gives an opportunity. And also just for more guides and information about stuff, and giving people a new lease of life to play. There is a bit of a question under Steam, like it does say character customization. Does that mean that we can customize and have skins and stuff like that? I don't think so. Effectively, and I like to use it, that's my word at the moment, effectively, it's we got customization, because you can change your name, you can change your profiles, you can do stuff like that, and effectively again, and you are the summoner, so you're a character within the game, so there's character customization because you are the summoner, therefore you can change your profile picture and stuff. So you can get away with it with this by saying that, like character customization. But to end our segment, there's a lot of questions that still require some big answers too. Like modding. Modding is a big problem as well. Whether or not Kabam look to implement, again, a stricter system to kind of deal with this, and how they ban and how they detect people that are data mining their stuff and, cheating, that is going to be a big question. But also the extent of how much of an advantage it has as a PC player over mobile. And that was something that Kabam do have as part of their survey, is to kind of get an idea, was how you played on PC better, more effective, better responses, and overall better performance, and gave you a situation and scenario that you were better than, say, in Battlegrounds, in Alliance Wars. There's a long and short answer to this. Long answer is, yeah, there could be a good shout for that. In the meantime, no, it's not. Because you're relearning how you play. Going into Alliance Wars and trying to use keyboard and mouse and controller, you're likely going to fall on your feet, fall on the floor, and fall on your face. And suffer. And that is going to cost you deaths. That is going to cost Battlegrounds matches in the short term. In the long term, we don't know, but there is a possibility that you'll get a better performance from the game. You just don't know. This is a beta, so it's very early days to kind of get that assessment. If I play better on a controller than I do on a mobile, then that could give me a bit of an advantage into playing, I don't know, down the line. Maybe it won't. You don't know. You just need to have a look at the data, have a look at the evidence, and currently there's no evidence just yet, but there might be evidence in the future. Anyway, that's going to be it for the show. What are your thoughts on some of the topics we talked about? Are you excited for Super Daily? Put it in the comments. Check out some other content located on screen. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.